So as is the new tradition, Gamescom kicked off with a big presentation called Opening Night Live, featuring Jeff Keighley and company, with a bunch of new bits of game information, news, reveals, and stuff like that. And like what I do here, just talk about stuff I love. There's a couple things here that really interested me and I wanted to highlight. I went into this with really low expectations. I really didn't expect a lot considering the last year or so. There's been so many reports of that damn pandemic really slowing things down, and there's going to be a catch-up period with that. Yet, I still came away surprised with a couple of things here. Not a lot of new announcements, but just overall, some cool shit. The first thing, of course, being Marvel Midnight Suns. Now, this is interesting specifically because this was leaked a while back. You probably remember this was like the XCOM people making a Marvel game. Yep, straight up. It's Firaxis, and it's really a cinematic trailer, but with stuff like Marvel, I'm okay with it because I like seeing a lot of these characters, and here specifically, like some darker characters, some deeper cut characters. Also, just want to point out, like they do it in Ultimate Alliance, but not with every Marvel property. It's nice to just see Wolverine hanging out with Captain America and Iron Man again. I miss that stuff. It's like the good old days. Anyway, things are going weirder and darker here, and I'm really excited to see what comes of it. Again, it's a cinematic trailer, not much, but to have official confirmation of this thing and at least get an idea of the vibe and the characters they're touching on, I'm in. The big thing, and this was teased earlier in the week, a new Saints Row game, a reboot. And honestly, for me, the reveal was a little bit more of a bummer because it's just a cinematic, you know? Okay, the new logo looks cool. But I do want to highlight, I do want to point out some information because a lot of people were like, okay, what? But there are previews trickling out now. I'm going to link some in the description down below, specifically Gene Park from Washington Post and Cade Onder from Screen Rant, friends of the show, shout out to them, have some really great write-ups describing kind of what to expect. They got to see the game behind the scenes, and the real elevator pitch, I'll use Gene's words, it's Saints Row 3 4 graphics with Saints Row 2 style gameplay, and it's all about like building a criminal empire and like a more of a blend of wackiness and groundedness, and that's something I wanted to see just because Saints Row needed a refresh, and the developers took it to the craziest heights they could go, so to bring it back down and try something a little bit different, I'm in. You're still making a custom character, you're still blowing stuff up, you're still driving around, so that's what I needed to hear, but again, cinematic trailer, I need to see more. And that's soon too, that's February 24th. Bold of them to ask for you to pre-order at the end of the trailer without actually showing the game, but hey, I digress. We also got a snippet of Call of Duty Vanguard campaign, aka the only part of that game I'm really gonna play. I always show up for Call of Duty campaigns because I just like that like stupid popcorn action, turn off your brain, have a good time, and honestly, like, what do you want me to say? Like, with this sequence that they showed, I like what I saw. You know, it's the attack on Stalingrad, Russian forces, crazy explosions. You know, we didn't get to see too much gameplay, but at the very least, just a taste, so I'm sure we'll see more of that soon. And if we're just talking about first-person shooters, it's worth talking about Halo. There was an Xbox event yesterday. It seems like the release date is now going to be December 8th, 2021. We got a look at a multiplayer cinematic trailer here at Opening Night Live. And I gotta say, like, I'm kind of like Halo 4 and 5, I was kind of like, nah. But I'm always a sucker for a good Halo cinematic trailer. I don't know, maybe it's like the nostalgia of the old days trying to recapture that glory, but I don't know, I just like that shit. But now if we want to talk about a real video game, let's talk about Tmnt Shredder's Revenge. I wanted to go on record about this in a video. I'm really excited for this game. The people behind it are great. They made Streets of Rage 4, which I'm a huge fan of. This is going for that. They revealed today more gameplay and that you can play as April O'Neil, which is super cool. We got to see a little bit of team moves. We know now this is coming earlier in 2022. I was hoping to get my hands on it this year, but I'm willing to wait. I'm willing to wait for all games, whatever. Delay them, do whatever you want. But I say don't sleep on this one. Even if you don't really play those games that much, think about it. Also, can we just, like, Midnight Fight Express, dude. I know this is like announced previously, but the gameplay they showed here, I'm super into. I love these types of things. I actually felt myself looking at this and going like, oh, if people let me make a video game, or if I was even capable of making a video game, it would probably be something like this. You can see the gameplay on screen here. Like, it just looks super sick, and I can't wait to play that. I am also so happy that we got a new look at Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga. We now know that this is coming spring of 2022. It's been like a year since we've gotten anything. The game went completely quiet. It was like so weird. I was really worried about it. But this is pretty much seemingly going to be like the Lego Star Wars game to end all Lego Star Wars games. I don't have a ton of nostalgia for the games. I wasn't of that age. I did enjoy playing them with my younger brothers and sisters who were into that. Also, the Lego Star Wars memes are actually really good. But this one, like, holy shit. I got like the Star Wars feeling as I was watching this. Are you telling me that I can play a video game where you could do Kylo Ren versus Rey in the woods, but then you could also be Qui-Gon Jinn on the streets of Naboo killing battle droids? And then play as Luke training with Yoda? It's like everything, and it looks great. Yeah, they're Legos, but whatever. I said the same thing to my mom last week. Sorry, bad joke. Outlast Trials is going to be 2022, and we finally got like a good look at some crazy gameplay scenarios. They announced this one a while back, and I like what I see here. As much as it doesn't seem like it's like dense, dark, creepy, it seems like it's more just like chaotic slasher horror. Why not? Let's do it. It's been a minute since I played a game like that, with that style, with that balls out, just wacky craziness horror. I know that, like, I'm not saying that they don't make those anymore. They totally do. But like, this one looks like it might be right up my alley. I know some people had issues with Outlast 2. Hopefully this can kind of like, get back on track. But just some of the gore, the violence, the crazy nature of it all, some of the enemy designs and character designs, like, I was feeling it. Also, can we talk about this game, Dokev or whatever? So this game, we've known this is coming. We've seen trailers and things like that, but we got this really long trailer. I'll say this trailer went on way too long. It went on for like a million years. But for that whole span of that trailer, I started off going, ew, what is this? Why does it look so weird? Why do they look so... What's up with the graphics? Oh, wow, this game looks incredible. Oh, wow, what the hell is this? What the fuck? It really blew me away. Like, I think I'm gonna play this. It doesn't usually look like my type of thing. I'm very selective with certain Asian market games. I like my Yakuza games. I go for my JRPGs here and there. This at first, I was like, what is this? Like an anime baby game? And then it turned into kind of like a monster collecting training game, an open world exploration thing, cool combat, fantasy, like almost like Mother vibes. Once I went, oh yeah, Dokev, that game. I remember that announcement. I Googled it and I was like, oh, it's technically an MMO and it's from the people behind Black Desert Online. Like, at least they're qualified. I don't know. I still think this looks kind of interesting. I really would like to jump in. I'd rather it not be an MMO. I don't really have time for those. Still, I can't help but like see some of the combat stuff, see some of the monster elements, see some of the exploration stuff, and the really weird graphics. I can't help but be interested. Also, not too much new to say it, but Jurassic World Evolution 2. This was announced a ways back, but now we got this gameplay trailer. Just wanted to shout these games out. I think the original Jurassic World Evolution was pretty underrated, flew under the radar. It got supported with some really cool content, and like, I'm into those things, like park builders, Civ, strategy type stuff, and I also love Jurassic Park. Not really Jurassic World, but Jurassic Park. So I'm definitely going to be playing this because I like the first one. This one seems way bigger, more fun, more freedom to it, and it's coming November 9th, 2021. Also, Blood Hunt looks sick. Dude, like when they first announced that game, it was just a cinematic trailer, but here we got some gameplay, and it's third person, and there's crazy moves, and vampire on vampire action, and wall running, and swords, and guns, and blood, and rain-soaked streets, and neon. I'm all about it. This is a Vampire the Masquerade spinoff, and while Bloodlines 2 seemingly is a long ways away, this will definitely scratch some of my vampire appetite for sure. I scratched my back, and then I said appetite. I'm tired. I was genuinely surprised to see that looked that cool. When they first announced it and they showed glimpses of it, I was like, I don't know, man. Another one of these games. And then now, after this trailer, I'm way more interested. And we know that it's coming to early access September 7th. Also, out of nowhere, we got a Horizon Forbidden West release date. That's February 18th, 2022. I also just want to highlight how crammed January, February, March roughly are for 2022. It's really starting to pile up. Elden Ring, Pokemon Legends, Arceus, Destiny 2, the Witch Queen thing. That's not my thing, but Rainbow Six Extraction, now Horizon, Saints Row. It's piling up, dude, and there's more. The Death Stranding director's cut does nothing for me. I love Hideo Kojima. I really love Death Stranding. This update, all right, cool, whatever. That was a game where, like, I think I'm gonna really wait a long time before I replay that. You know, that was like a cool experience. I don't need to jump right back in and do racing mini games. You know, I was hoping there'd be a little bit more to it, like maybe they add some story expansions, but it doesn't seem like that's gonna be the case. I don't know for sure, but they spent a long time on Death Stranding, I guess because, you know, Keighley and Kojima are boys. But I actually saved my favorite thing for last. Sifu. I've talked about this before. We've gotten gameplay trailers before. We got another one, and we got a release date. It's coming February 22nd, and I'm just going to go on record right now. This is one of my most anticipated games. Full stop. Like Midnight Fight Express, like I said earlier, Sifu is another one where it's like if I could like make my own game, it would kind of be something a little bit like this, from the fighting, of course, to the aging mechanic. It's just... I also really liked Absolver. This game is from the same creators. If they keep some of that combat style, which it seems like it, you can tell by some of the animations and stuff, so satisfying. One of the most incredible fighting systems I think ever made. And if they really expand upon it and blow it out, and the rest of the game surrounding it is as cool as that fighting and can back it up and also keep that challenge, because Absolver was really freaking hard, I can't wait for Sifu. But that was Gamescom opening night live. A surprising good amount of stuff, at least some stuff I really wanted to talk about. So I want to hear yours in the comments. Also, just as an update for Patreon people and for YouTube membership people, for the people who support me on there, pretty soon you're getting early access to my Matrix Reloaded video. I put out early access to some of my videos for you guys who support me. I don't know when that video is going live for everybody, but just wanted to give you all a heads up that's coming. Thanks for having my back. So let's talk about opening night live and all this stuff. Let's talk about the Xbox event yesterday too. People now with every event expect like show-stopping, amazing, groundbreaking things, but sometimes I appreciate updates, and here with Gamescom, I think they curated a good amount of interesting updates. You know, with Xbox, it was like, hey, there's a new ship for Sea of Thieves, blah, 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 blah. With Gamescom, like a lot of the stuff I was pretty interested in. Some release dates, some new looks at gameplay, a couple of new announcements, so I'm happy. You know, again, my expectations were low. I didn't expect anything. But let me know what you think in the comments. I want to know if you have your own list, like I did, of things I wrote down that really excite me. If you got like a top 5, I want to hear it. Drop it down there. Let's talk about this shit. It's exciting. Yay, video games. That's all I'm doing here, talking about stuff I love. So if you appreciate that, all you need to do is click the like button. Thank you. But guys, I'm Jake Baldino. I'll see you on Twitter and Instagram. Subscribe because video games. Pizza's on me.